Imagine entering an ancient Egyptian home and discovering that the most watchful guardian is not a soldier, a priest, or a king. It is a cat, sitting quietly beside a basket of grain, its eyes bright in the Nile light. For thousands of years, Egypt depended on the river, its harvests, and the food stored after every flood. Grain meant survival, but grain attracted mice and rats. Wildcats, drawn by this easy prey, came close to human settlements. Instead of chasing them away, people welcomed them. A skilled hunter that protected a family's food supply quickly became more than a useful animal. It became a trusted companion. Archaeology suggests that people in Egypt had close relations with cats as early as the 4th millennium BC. Over time, the small wildcat moved from the edges of the village into daily life. Egyptians painted cats beneath chairs at family feasts, placed them in tomb scenes, and showed them watching birds in the marshes. These images do not show a distant beast of the desert. They show an animal sharing the human world. Yet the Egyptian love of cats was never only practical. It became sacred. At the center of this story stood Bastet. In earlier times, this goddess could appear with the strength of a lioness. But in later centuries, especially in Lower Egypt, she became closely linked with the graceful house cat. Bastet represented protection, fertility, motherhood, joy, music, and the quiet safety of home. A cat's sharp eyes, quick paws, and fierce defense of her young made the animal a perfect symbol for a goddess who could be gentle and powerful at once. In the Egyptian imagination, a cat could be calm for hours and then strike with perfect speed. That balance mattered. Egypt was a land where order had to be protected from danger, whether it came as hunger, snakes, illness, or the unseen risks of the night. The watchful cat turned a familiar household animal into a living picture of protection. Her great cult center was Bubastis in the Nile Delta, known today as Tel Basta. There, pilgrims came to honor Bastet. They carried small bronze statues of seated cats, sometimes decorated with collars, earrings, or sacred symbols. Many also brought carefully wrapped cat mummies as offerings. These were not simply pets laid to rest. In many cases, they were votive gifts, offerings meant to carry a prayer to the goddess. This is one of the strangest and most moving parts of the story. At sites including Bubastis and Saqqara, archaeologists found vast cat cemeteries. Thousands upon thousands of linen-wrapped cat mummies were placed in underground spaces, often beside tiny coffins or boxes shaped like cats. To modern eyes, the number can seem surprising, but to the ancient Egyptians, these offerings were part of a relationship with the divine. The cat had become a messenger between a human hope and a goddess. Greek historian Herodotus visited Egypt in the 5th century BC and recorded stories of Egyptian families mourning dead cats. His account must be read as the view of an outsider, yet it shows how strongly Egyptian devotion impressed foreign visitors. The cat was not just admired, it was woven into religion, family life, art, and memory. The ancient Egyptians did not love cats because they were soft, mysterious, or amusing in the modern sense. They loved them because cats guarded their food, shared their homes, protected their young, and seemed to carry a piece of the wild world into the human one. Even now, when we see a cat pause in a doorway, silent and alert, we can almost understand what an Egyptian family may have felt 4,000 years ago. They saw more than an animal. They saw a guardian with the soul of the desert, a creature small enough to sleep beside a child, yet powerful enough to stand for a goddess. If you enjoy stories like this, please follow for more hidden history and untold stories from around the world.